video, I'm going to be showing you how you can install local server in phones, in mobile devices such as Android phone, iPhone, and things like that. Whatever mobile device you're using, you can easily install this. So, and there's a particular application you need to download from the Play Store or the App Store. So, and the application is simply known as KSWEB. KSWEB. See, means 3 out of the 5 days. So I'm somehow. One thing about this, like I said before, it will go to your internet storage, and then it will create by default a local, that is a folder there that is called htdocs, such as the way it happened in XAMPP. You know, XAMPP is commonly used. XAMPP or WAMP are normally used for desktop and laptops. Okay, now let's go inside my storage. Then you now see, so inside my external storage you now see htdocs. Now htdocs, here you create the folder where your website can be stored. So I've created website as a folder and another as a folder. So depending on the kind of device you're using, so you can see how you can navigate around create to create um to create folder inside htdocs. So it is found inside internal storage. So now let me head back to KSWEB. Just make sure that the aperture is on and the light. Okay, we have two servers here. We have the light TPD, then we have aperture, and we're going to also be using MySQL. The MySQL is the database. So now simply, now to on all those things, to on the light web, you can come here, put it on. So this one, before you can access this one, you need to activate your this KSWEB for like the full license comes for like 4,500 Nigerian naira. So the aperture, you just make sure that you enable it. The MySQL, make sure you enable it. The PHP, enable it. The FTP, you enable it. The scheduler can only function when you activate this. Now the main thing here is just the tool here, because from here we can head on to the database. Now remember, in XAMPP, like if you watch some of my videos in the past, you see how to use how to code in a system. So there I taught you how to install XAMPP, how to use Sublime, then some other things that are there. So now the PHP admin is the way to access the database. Now to access it, just click on it, select Apache, then Apache. So select Apache or the Lightweight, both of them, any of them. So but I like working with Apache, so we click on OK, and it will open in a browser. It will open in a browser where you can log in to your database. So now this is how it normally opens in desktop or laptops, that is the PHP admin. So by default the password is empty, but the username is normally root. So just type R-O-O-T. So you click on login. So now it has landed inside the login. So now this is how to create a database inside here. I have created a database, or by default you'll be seeing some follow-com databases here, such as you see the information schema MySQL and performance schema SYS. So I'm the one that I created this team. I created the team. So our focus now is to create a database here, and then go back to KSWEB, connect to that database. Then we now test whether the connection is successful or not. So now to create database here, click on these three horizontal arrows that are here. So you now see more option. Now tap on database. So you just simply type in the database name here. Let's say the database in here, let's call it website. So what website, then click on create, as simple as that. So database website created. So you come here and down see it has joined. It is just below the team database. So now the next we have to do now is to go and connect to this database. Now remember what I said, we have to test whether the connection is successful or not, and we're going to be seeing that in a moment. But for us to do that, we need to go back to KSWEB. Then we use the editor that we have there to write the code in PHP that we can use to connect to um, this database called website. Okay, let's head on there. So once you inside the KSWEB, if you scroll like this and come to tools, you will see under admin just under PHP admin. So you would see editor. Now that editor is what you would use to edit your code, and you make sure you store them inside the folder, inside HT docs, or a folder that is inside the HT docs. So now the rule says that all your website codes, or all your codes, must be contained within the HT docs, the one I showed you that is created or uh, produced by default. Immediately you install KSWEB, a folder HT docs will be installed inside your internal storage. So you make sure that all your codes are stored, because this server can only access whatever you put there. So now to create this connection, let me first of all save this, and I will save it inside. Let me save it inside the HT docs, but inside the HT docs there's a sub folder there that is called another. So let me now name this connection. Let me call it connection.php. So this is very important now. PHP. Now this simply shows that this file that I'm creating is a PHP file. So now I have pre-typed the connection code. Now I have to explain what this means. Now the first step here, the step one, is to connect to the database. Now I have to, the server name is localhost, and then the username is root. Like what I said, the password is always empty, and here that team, I used this code to connect to team before. So due to that, we created a database that is called website inside the PHP admin. So we need to come here and change this to website, you remember. So now you now create the connection. How? So this you create the connection. So here you create a variable that will hold your connection. Then new MySQL, the server, that is the server, will produce this local name, and then username, password, and so on and so forth. So now this is where you check and verify whether the connection is successful or not. Then you now say if connection, if you have any error there, so that you should die or just display connection failed, and also display the error that is involved or that occurred why the connection was not successful. But if else, that is else, there's no error, so you should display on the body of the browser connected to the database. So now let's test this. Now to run this code, just make sure that it's saved. It says file has been saved. So you now click on this three dot that is here, and click on the start in a browser. So this will open in a browser, and then you will see connected to the database, which means that the connection is successful. So I hope